not like that.
Okay, like this?
This isn't visual YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest needs no introduction. He enjoys starting cults on Discord.
Yes, sir.
Please help me give a warm welcome to the lovely, the talented Lennox Albert Garcia. Lennox, do you have a depressing discussion topic you want to bring up?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Would you rather be alone in space with a spacesuit or alone in the middle of the ocean?
Would you rather be alone in space in a spacesuit so you have some oxygen happening, but it wouldn't be forever?
Right.
Or would you rather be abandoned, thrown off a cruise ship in the middle of the ocean, and the cruise ship takes off, and there's no coast, right? You can't
No.
You can't
You're
swim.
in the middle of the ocean.
Okay.
Absolutely space. 100%.
Why?
The ocean is terrifying
Yes.
because you can drown.
Yeah.
There's creatures. There's whales and sharks and scary things below.
Yeah.
So that's just a terrifying way. That's a terrifying death.
Yeah.
But space,
Yeah.
at least like it's something hardly anyone's ever seen. It's something like magical and
You'd be tripping
amazing.
out like, oh man, only Jeff Bezos can look at this star. Rip.
Yeah, so and then in space you could like look around for 20 minutes and float around and do flips.
Yeah.
And then you can say, okay, I'm ready to die, and take off your helmet, and then you're dead.
How quick is it? Instant when you take off your space helmet?
I believe so.
You can't breathe at all. There's
I think
literally
there's-
no air.
Okay.
So all your air would just be released and you die.
Would you die in 5 seconds, in a minute, 10 minutes?
I think it would be instant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And
What's your answer, Len?
Yes, please.
Don't push me.
Johnny Carson pushed his guess. Okay.
I don't know. I'd probably say the ocean
Why?
because actually no, I'd say space. The
Yeah.
ocean's horrifying.
Yeah.
But
No one can hear you scream in space.
if you're in the ocean,
Yeah.
there's a chance that you could like survive. Like, what if a ship comes by?
That's true.
You
But
can't
if
do
you're in
anything
space, a shuttle isn't going to come by. Is Elon Musk going to come by in his little 56 Ford Fairlane? So you would choose space. And would you kill yourself instantly, or would
No.
you wait till your oxygen ran out?
No, because I want it to happen on my own terms. But I would like float around for a little bit.
You'd be like, wow, look at this.
Right. I'd be like, wee, and like, there's Saturn, and there's an asteroid.
There's Uranus. Am I right, Lennox?
I would probably be horrified if if you're floating out into space and you have like the cord connected and it snaps off.
Float
I
in.
would die of a heart attack.
Yeah.
You might die of a heart attack.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I would, like, not necessarily being in the water in the middle of nowhere, but drowning would be the worst, to me, the worst death. Like, you think about Titanic, and you're in the bottom of that ship, and a room fills up with water, and you're just like, you're in the corner near the ceiling, and, oh, no, I don't like it. I don't want to
I think I'm more scared of all the animals in the ocean than I am of drowning.
If there weren't sharks
Yeah.
and whales, I wouldn't care about being in the ocean.
Well, I think a whale would be your friend. You could hop on its
It's
back.
horrifying. What if it's trying to eat some plankton and it swallows you and you're still alive and you're in there for 5 minutes and then you die? And
Oh.
stomach acid. That would be horrifying.
Oh,
That is
so
so
you're
scary.
you're in the giant stomach and you're like, oh, look at all this plankton. And then would it be like Toy Story 3 or was it 4 when they were on some sort of conveyor belt headed towards the fire
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, the stomach acid. Oh,
Here
shit.
it comes.
It would be a lot more disgusting because you're inside of something. You're
Okay.
inside of an animal. That would
Yeah.
be horrifying.
Yeah.
Honey, what's your
That's
answer?
why I can't stand the ocean.
I got to go with space.
Oh, yeah.
The Final Frontier. By the way, we watched the new Star Trek, Strange New Worlds. I think it's terrible. Honey, you want to watch the second episode?
Yeah, I do. I don't think it's terrible. Did you like it, Len?
No, not really. It didn't look too good.
Do you want to
It
watch
wasn't
the
too good.
second episode with us?
I'll give the second episode a chance. If it's not good, goodbye.
I thought it was... Go ahead.
I thought it had...
Thoughts, feelings, comments?
I thought the
reflections?
vibe was very much Next Generation. and which is my
disagree.
favorite series.
I don't know which Star Trek series you watched.
What is that?
That's like the one from the 80s and early.
I didn't
90s.
really watch those. Or I only remember like 3 seconds of one episode, but
Star Trek to me, Grandpa Curtis, my stepdad, huge fan, and so I grew up with the original series and Next Generation, and even up to a few years ago, I would catch a Next Generation here and there coming home from the club at 3 a.m. Am I right, Lennox? And I was like, this is good stuff. It's very heady. But Star Trek Strange New Worlds, I was just like, this is a bunch of nonsense, and it's silly action, and there is Star Trek-ness to it, because it's not Star Wars, where Han Solo can't start his Millennium Falcon, and then he hits his head against the freaking control board, and all of a sudden, the Millennium Falcon's ready to go. Like, there are chunky themes in there. Some of the dialogue, I was like, wow, I'm not quite grasping all this. There was some big themes and ideas and concepts in the dialogue and the plot. But overall, I was just like, whatever, this is nonsense.
I thought it was cheesy.
Yeah.
But so was early Star Trek.
Yeah.
Like, the old Star Trek was cheesy, too. Like, you know the ones with Chris Pine? They tried to, modernize and rough it up a bit.
Yeah.
Make it more of an action movie. But that's not what Star Trek is originally.
Yeah. I would have dug that if it went the J.J. Abrams, Chris Pine vibe, or the cerebral Lennox.
Well,
the cerebral.
I got the cerebral vibe from it. And
I got it, but at the end, not Chris Pine, but the captain gives some grandstanding, plagiarizing speech to a government and its rebels and saying, let's all get along. And
it was super cheesy. But
it was really cheesy.
And then it shows the faces of each of the crew members, and they're smiling at his encouraging words that he's spoken.
Yeah.
But I think it has potential, and I really want to give it. I want to watch maybe a few more episodes and see where it goes.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing else to watch, but
right.
I agree. I'll give it one more chance. But overall, not a fan. And there are some on the right wing calling this new Star Trek woke, but Star Trek has always been woke. Okay, they
it
hired
has.
Minorities back in the day, Sulu and Uhura, and they had Kirk kiss a black woman or whatever. So I don't have a problem with that, but I do have a problem with just bad, like just stupid tone, silliness. And I feel like that's what this is trafficking in.
You have a problem with conflict being resolved with dialogue. You want violence.
Mm-hmm.
Good dialogue.
And
Good dialogue.
I like action and fighting.
Yeah.
So do I, but that's not, like, Star Trek was meant, like, the whole premise is that in the future, you don't need to resort to violence. You can work things out other ways.
And it's hard to do violence. Like, there's only so many lasers and phasers ships can fire at each other before you're just bored.
Pew,
or like,
pew.
Pew pew, what's the point? But I thought the J.J. Abrams reboot was really good. At least the first one.
Yeah.
But I thought it was neither J.J. Abrams nor the original series.
It was enjoyable, but yeah, that was the criticism, was like, this is not, like, in the vibe and what Star Trek, like, was trying to convey and represent.
Yeah. I'm all about the vibe, right, Len?
No.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you for coming on, Lennox, for giving us a depressing discussion topic and reviewing Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Think of other ways to die for the next pod that we do, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Or bring us a fun fact, which is more enjoyable. Why you out here trying to bring us down, Lennox? Do you want to plug anything, Len? Your new Netflix special, where can people find you on TikTok or Minecraft or Roblox or
Nowhere.
YouTube? All right.
He's very reclusive and private.
Yeah. Since we're talking about science fiction shows, I would like to review. There have been 4 TV shows of recent memory with men in masks.
Yeah.
Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Halo, and Moon Knight.
Did you watched all of those, didn't you, Len?
Except for Moon Knight.
Okay.
That was the worst one of them.
Moon Knight's terrible. They're all terrible. So I want to review the shows, and then I want to review the handsomeness of the men.
Lennox
in
is
masks.
leaving.
Yeah.
Are we going to do that right here, right now?
Yes.
All right.
Mandalorian, super boring.
Terrible show.
We got through the first season, but the second season we gave up.
The only thing I liked about it was Baby Yoda. And you hated Baby Yoda.
Well, it's meant to be cute and sell billions of dollars of toys.
And...
Gaga goo goo.
Exactly.
I'm a little green monster.
He's so cute.
Sure. Well, so am I, honey, and so is Lennox. Okay. Horrible show. Boba Fett, equally terrible. Like just, and the guy they hired, no offense, I mean to offend him, old and not handsome.
I watched about 4 minutes of one episode
Yeah.
of this show.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything. Is there a reason they decided to go with like a guy in his late 50s who is unattractive?
I'm not sure.
Is there anything in the plot that... Because I was expecting a younger guy in his 30s.
There's no reason.
Well, maybe because he fell into a demon pit.
Yeah.
AKA the Sarlacc pit.
He's been through a lot, so he aged really fast because of
Yeah,
the stress and the drama.
To me, Boba Fett was one of the best shows. I liked it a lot.
I don't know what show you were watching on Disney Plus, Lennox Albert.
Maybe you didn't finish it.
I got through 3 episodes. I was like,
Exactly.
3 episodes.
Moon Knight.
The first 2 episodes of Boba Fett weren't too good. But the other ones were better.
I don't have time for 4 episodes, Lennox. I'm a busy man.
I do.
I gotta go swimming and drink beer with my sparkling wifey. Boba
Moon
Fett.
Knight.
Moon Knight, a horrible show. Halo is actually an outstanding show. Surprised me. I had no reason to watch it other than I wanted to be able to talk to my darling coworker Joe Kuntz about it on Monday. So I started watching it. But it's a fantastic show. It's above and beyond, like, light years. Wow, that's a science fiction term. But miles ahead of Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Moon Knight. Yes.
What does the Moon Knight guy look like? Has it shown his face?
His name is Oscar Isaac.
Oh.
Ever hear of him?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, well, let's get into...
In other words, your number one Hollywood crush.
Yes.
I totally forgot.
And Amy Adams's. Remember when he chewed on her arm?
That was Jessica Chastain.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Don't cancel me for...
That was the other redhead in Hollywood.
Mistaking one ginger for another. Okay. So, Mandalorian. Pedro Pascal.
Oh, he's okay looking.
Right. I don't find him attractive, but if you do, whatever. That's fine. I can see... He has a look.
He's not offensive looking.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call him classically handsome.
Right.
The guy they hired for Boba Fett... Wow. I don't know why Disney would center an entire television show around this old, ugly guy. Like, he's old, so his moves are slow. You're already slow being in all that armor. Okay, we learned that from Mandalorian, whereas you can only move so quickly, you can only walk so quickly. But the old guy in Boba Fett, unattractive and old, so he moves slow, and he's ugly. I just don't get it. Halo, which you're not watching, honey, but I showed you his big reveal in the first episode.
Yes.
Where he takes off his helmet.
There's been times when you've told me, come watch this part. So I
Yeah.
come out and I see 10, 15 minutes of an episode.
Yeah. Not good looking.
No, but not bad looking.
Sort of rugged.
He's young.
Manly man.
Like a young, rugged Russian man?
Yeah.
Is he Russian? I have no idea.
But I wouldn't call him classically good looking. And then Moon Knight, well, Oscar Isaac. Handsome. Beautiful man. So all these guys are in masks most of the time. And with Boba Fett, the old guy, you're like, put the mask back on. Wear the mask most of the time. Don't reveal yourself. I think it's like when you get catfished by a hot guy on the internet, Tinder, and you're like, oh, he's really hot. Keep the mask on, and I'll think you're Channing Tatum under that mask the entire time. Pedro Pascal, okay, if that's your thing, that's your thing. The Halo guy, not handsome. But then you get to Moon Knight, Oscar Isaac, super handsome. It's a terrible show, but whenever he has the mask on, I'm like, take the mask off, cutie pie.
Do you rate Oscar Isaac a 10 out of 10?
He's close.
I see. To me, he's like a 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we need to review. Where's our marriage certificate, honey? Because I'm gonna. No, just kidding. I would never do that, Lennox Albert. I think he's gorgeous. I think he's beautiful. In Dune, he was not handsome, but they made him grow a beard. Okay, give the guy a break. But I think he's a beautiful man.
We have different tastes in men, honey.
That's true. Why would you bring that up on the internet, honey? On the pod, my likes for men. But Pedro Pascal. I don't like his mustache. Really.
Yeah. Get rid of that, or grow it out. Like
Make a decision, bro. Actually, I forget what we were talking about, but beards came into our conversation, and I asked. I was watching something, and a bearded guy kissed.
It was Halo.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember?
No.
Halo and the Lady Gaga lookalike.
Oh, right. Okay, so the not handsome Halo guy, who is actually a fine actor, and did I mention an excellent show? He doesn't have a beard, but he has several days of hair growth. He hooks up with the Lady Gaga lookalike character, spoiler alert, and they were kissing and making out. I was like, whoa, how could you kiss someone with facial hair? And then I asked you, have you ever kissed someone with facial hair? Now, well, there's a beard and then there's facial hair. Because a beard is grown in, maybe soft, mature, if you will. But facial hair, and I only shave once a week, so I do get a little facial hair. But a lot of facial hair, honey. Have you ever kissed a man? And again, I have no feelings. Whatever happened in the past, happened in the past. But go ahead.
This is not a trick question.
Thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections.
I haven't kissed anyone with like a full beard. I have kissed someone with like a goatee and mustache.
And do you like that?
I remember it being like ticklish and pokey. You only shave once a week, but you don't get your facial hair doesn't grow that quickly.
It's very spotty.
I've never even noticed. Yeah. But I don't enjoy kissing with a facial hair. Mm-hmm. But I really like the look of facial hair, so.
Yeah. Same. Unless it's a food video where...
Oh my gosh, yes.
Insert host here goes to a restaurant, and then they film them eating pupusas or whatever the food item is. And then I'm like, oh, that facial hair, beard, and all that sauce. And does meat get in the beard? And then that man has... presumably a wife or girlfriend, and does she say, oh, you need to wash your beard, or you got some mushroom in the top right ventricle of your beard? Does that ever happen, do you think?
Do I ever get food in my beard?
No. Does someone with a beard eating have food stuffs?
I see that.
Like deep in the caves of his beard.
I imagine that would happen.
It's so nasty.
I remember, like, only a few years ago, I heard about men shampooing their beards in the shower.
Yeah.
And I realized, oh yeah, I guess I mean, I hope they're doing that.
Yeah.
But it never even occurred to me before.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into the beard care.
Too much care. Like, I already got enough. Today, for instance, you shaved my back.
Yeah.
You cut my hair.
Yes.
A week ago, I shaved my chest. There's a lot going on. I don't need one more area of hair to deal with. Yes.
Yeah, you shaved your own legs today.
I trimmed, honey. I didn't shave them. What am I? Greg LeMond? Am I right, Lennox? Nope. He won the Tour de France in 1982. What am I? Lance Armstrong? Am I right, Len? Alrighty. Well,
hashtag live strong.
Oh dear. Hashtag why'd you break up with Sheryl Crow? Or did Sheryl Crow leave him? Alrighty. Well, what was this? We reviewed the TV shows. Again, Mandalorian, terrible. Boba Fett, terrible. Halo, flipping fantastic. It's so good. Every week I'm like, wow, this is really good. And it's low key. And I see people on the internet who are like, it's not canon to the video game because it's based on the Halo video game. Who gives a shit? I'm an adult, okay? I don't care if a television show is retcon to a video game. It's its own thing, but it's excellent. Moon Knight, I got through 2 episodes and I was like, this show sucks. And then I saw people on the internet saying, episode 3 is where it comes together. And then I watched episode 3 and it was actually better. But then I was like, no, ain't nobody got time for that. Ethan Hawke doing his best David Carradine impression. Best or worst David Carradine impression. So horrible. Alrighty. Well, are we done, honey?
Yeah.
Okay. We had the depressing discussion, and then that led into Star Trek.
Yeah.
And then we reviewed 4 television shows.
I suppose. This all started in a flurry of activity with Lennox Albert.
Yeah. Well, he's got hot takes. Alrighty. Well, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try it. Yes, Lennox Albert.
Hi.
Hi. Do you want to say goodbye to the people?
Bye-bye.
It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate. Or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. We were going to review Trader Joe's broccoli and beef. Let's review it.
Are you going to? Okay.
Sure.
Here we go.
It's the official title is Trader Joe's mildly sweet and spicy broccoli and beef. We went there yesterday, and you went to your hair girl Hazy, who works across the street from the Trader Joe's in Fair Oaks, and that was just the minor appointment, which is about 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, haircut only, no hair dyeing happening.
When the hair dye happens, it's 2.5 to 3 hours.
Yeah.
That's when I go have breakfast with Marshall Phillips and say, please, can we stay at this restaurant longer? Because my wife is still getting her hair did. But it was, so you're across the street getting your hair did. I'm walking around Trader Joe's and I buy the perishables. I buy the non-perishables. And then the perishables I wait because I don't want to walk around with frozen food for an hour in my shopping cart. So I'm walking around Trader Joe's for 45 minutes to an hour, and I'm like, they walk this line between, like, hipster, but also, like, sophisticated fine cuisine. Like, oh, these pears came from Malaysia or whatever. And they do it very well. So they're appealing to a bunch of people. And I wouldn't put it on the levels of Whole Foods, but there are people who are moneyed or are wealthy in the Trader Joe's tiny parking lot. And I thought they do this really well. Like, you think you're like in on a secret here. Yes.
Yeah, I feel like Kris Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is how the Jenner Kardashians shopped in Calabasas, California.
By the way, let's review the Kardashians.
Best reality show ever.
It was so good. It's so good. We're 4 episodes in.
Right.
And side note, last episode there were no captions on Hulu. And I was like, what's going on?
Vince is lost watching the Kardashians without captions.
I'm lost watching anything without captions. When we go to the movie theater, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But today there were captions. But then I thought, well, we don't really need captions because we know what's going on. It's a bunch of nonsense.
You get the gist of it.
Yeah. And when there's no captions, we don't have to read, so we can just yell at each other and the TV and be like, why is Travis Barker so ugly or whatever?
Side note.
Yeah.
The current Kardashian reality show is not your Keeping Up with the Kardashians of yesteryear that went on for like 15, 18 seasons or whatever on
E.
E.
Yeah.
No. This is a brand new show.
Mm-hmm.
This is current day Kardashian family.
Yeah.
And it's so much better than their old reality show.
Yeah. And side note, so the latest controversy is Kendall Jenner cutting a cucumber, which I won't describe because I hate it when podcasts and radio shows talk about something very visual, but Google it. And I hate it when podcasts and radio shows give you homework, like, look at whatever.
Go to my Instagram and watch my story.
Go to TMZ and see Vin Diesel walking out of a restaurant. But two things that are instantly attainable via the audio medium of podcasting is she was on a couch. I think I couldn't tell if it was Haley Baldwin's condo or her condo in Miami, but she was drinking tea and she put the teacup on the arm of the couch.
Very stressful.
Very unstable.
At any moment, she could have knocked that mug over.
Yeah, and that's all I could think about. And the other thing was she was wearing sandals, which okay, but then she puts her legs up on the couch, which one does. But she was wearing sandals.
Yeah.
So she's getting her nasty sandals on the couch. She's got a teacup that could spill over.
So much drama.
So much drama. So Trader Joe's mildly sweet, spicy beef and broccoli. But yeah, Trader Joe's does what it does, and it does it very well. And one thing I like about Trader Joe's is that it's small scale. So you walk into a Safeway, there's 18,000 products. You're like, holy crap, what's going on? But Trader Joe's is obviously much smaller. I think the actual count is 3,000-ish products in the store. So you're like, oh, it's more, I can deal with this. My anxiety is lower. There's 6 kinds of potato chips instead of 40 at a Safeway. But then I thought, well, the smaller scale lures you into thinking that, oh, I can deal with this, or there's not overwhelming amount of choice. But then I'm still like spending 20 minutes on the 6 kinds of potato chips.
Yes, and that is because, like you said, it's not your standard grocery store. All the items in Trader Joe's are Trader Joe's trademarked products that are unique.
Yeah.
And each item you look at, you have to take it all in.
Yeah.
Because it's not something that maybe is always there. It might be new. It might have been discontinued.
It's not like Lay's potato chips or Little Debbie Nutty Buddies. It's like, oh, this Trader Joe's shopper went to Malaysia for these plantains, and I gotta really study what's going down here.
And
Okay, so let me talk to you about how successful, how good, how proficient Trader Joe's marketing is. They have these potato chips. The name is Dark Russet Kettle Cooked Potato Chips, and they've had them for months and months and months. And we don't go very often. We only go when you have a hair appointment.
Once every 3 months.
Yeah, but we go, and I've seen them for months and months and months, or a year or two. And I've always been like, who cares? They're dark potato chips. Like, what does that mean? I'm looking for something unique, something different. Just a taste that I haven't tasted before, if you will. So I haven't gotten them, but yesterday at Trader Joe's, while waiting for you, actually there were like not a lot of new products that I desired or craved. So walking around, I pick up the bag of Dark Russet Kettle Cooked Potato Chips. I'm like, yeah, let's see what's going on here. And I turn around, and just like if you buy a pear, they have 3 paragraphs of how this pear came from Belize or whatever, and how a Trader Joe employee picked these pears and then brought them in his satchel on a plane back to Florida, and then they shipped them to California. So I start reading the back of this potato chip bag, and here it is. It says, the potato chips in this bag are made of are made with a special variety of russet potato that, when thinly sliced and kettle cooked, creates a deeply caramelized, captivatingly crunchy, alliteration, very good, chip. Similar to a salty batch of well-done French fries from your favorite burger joint. And I was like, holy crap. The price of these chips was $2.29 for a bag. And I was like, I'm in.
Right.
This kind of prose, this kind of writing, creative writing, is worth $2.29. They sold me. They sold me the dream of caramelized, captivatingly crunchy, well done fried. You know I like well done, honey. From my favorite burger joint. I don't really have a favorite burger joint. In-N-Out, I guess, which is a chain with 9 million locations, but that's my favorite burger joint. It goes on. There's a comma. This is all one sentence. Maybe.
Wow.
Is that a run-on sentence?
Talent.
Your favorite burger joint. The robust, potato-y flavor of these chips can be savored with spinach dip or polished off by the handful right out of the bag. And within the first 15 words, I was sold. I was like, okay, this is worth a little over $2. I'm there. I'm here for it. I'm living for it. This is giving me life, as the girls say on TikTok. I don't know if the girls say that on TikTok. But yeah, Trader Joe's does that. And each freaking product has 18 sentences about...
The Brussels sprouts in this bag, they have a story, they have a history.
Yeah, they sell you the story.
There was so much going on before they arrived on this shelf in Fair Oaks, California.
They sell you the dream. They sell you the narrative, and they do a good job. And Lay's potato chips doesn't have this run-on sentence on the back of the bag.
Well, you know what? We got home.
Yeah.
We busted open that bag of dark russet potato chips.
Yeah.
And they were dang good.
They were fantastic.
They were crisp yet delicate. They melted in my mouth.
Wait, I'm writing this down. I'm going to email this run-on sentence to Trader Joe's. Melt in your mouth. Do they remind you of your favorite burger joint, honey? But Trader Joe's does it well. Shockingly well. Alarmingly well. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker. Honey, you've seen me go on potato chip websites and go into the About Us section, which whoever goes to the About Us section of a potato chip website, but I do, because I want to read, we're a third generation family in Idaho, and we fed our kids with our potato chip revenue, but I eat that crap up.
Yes, you do. You live for the backstory.
I need it. I love it. I'm a moron. I'm a sucker. But what else are we doing out here, honey? Okay. Yes.
You mentioned the low price of $2.29.
Correct.
And this is something I really noticed yesterday when we were at Trader Joe's. Mm-hmm. Everything is the prices haven't changed over the years. And everything else, inflation, is crazy. You notice price hikes everywhere else you go. Yeah. I'm really curious how Trader Joe's keeps the price down. Is inflation everywhere else just a joke? And it doesn't really need to be happening? And are these bosses of other companies just inflating things because, everyone else is doing it, so let's all make money? Yeah. Or is inflation real and the Trader Joe's management and upper levels are just eating the costs out of their own salaries? Are they sacrificing their own bonuses? Yeah. What do you think?
I think there's a little bit of both, because inflation is in the news, supply chain is in the news, the labor shortage, anything to raise costs. Let's raise freaking costs, and then pocket it, and then never bring costs back down. But also, I think Trader Joe's, which is a freaking German-led grocery chain, to be frank, to be honest.
I know nothing about it. I know you know the whole backstory there, honey.
There's some Germans up to some hijinks, Nix Albert, if you know what I'm saying. But I think both is happening. But a lot of this stuff is very same price, low priced, or not that much higher. But we went on a mission to buy Korean short style ribs in honor of my Uncle Aang, rest in power, because I've been craving them. I want them, and I know Trader Joe's sells them. And they were in the frozen section yesterday. And a 1 pound bag, 16 ounces of Korean short ribs, which has bones, so that's not 16 ounces of meat, cost $13.99.
Yeah.
That's astronomical. You know what it is? It's crazy.
So we said, nah, we passed on them.
Yeah.
But that's probably the most expensive thing in the whole store.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah.
By a long shot.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the tail, the sordid tail.
The TALE.
The tail of Trader Joe's is that they cut out the middleman and manufacturers ship directly to them, which I think that happens at most grocery stores, but I just think it's like the back of the freaking russet potato chip story.
It's part of their story.
It's a good story and it sounds good, so why not buy it? Okay, so we got home, sweet and spicy. Oh, I'm sorry. It's technically called Trader Joe's mildly sweet and spicy beef and broccoli. Before we left, I made some rice. So we had fresh white rice to eat. And then we came home. We got the orange chicken also. We got $100 worth of groceries.
Oh my goodness. $109 of groceries.
In 3 bags.
Yes.
In 3 bags. Of
3
groceries.
bags of food for $100?
Thanks, Joe Biden. $109. But right away we ate the orange chicken and the beef and broccoli. Orange chicken, always a winner. We love it.
Literally, we buy it every time we go there.
Yeah.
And eat it that same day.
Yeah, it's fantastic. You put both of these products together, honey. The beef and broccoli involved some sauteing, right, in a pan.
Yeah, there's a few steps to that. Orange chicken, you just throw it in the oven.
Yeah.
And then when it's done, you throw it in a bowl with the sauce it comes with and toss it about.
Right.
It's ready to go.
It's already fried.
Yeah. The beef and broccoli stuff, I had to, in a pan on the stovetop, I did the broccoli first. Then you remove that. You throw the beef in there with some oil, cook it up, fry it. Then you put the broccoli back in. Then you add the sauce. So there's a few steps to it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't difficult by any means.
Yeah. To me, it was difficult. There was a lot going on. Well, in the end, I was like, how does this rate to Panda Express? Because the Trader Joe's orange chicken is light years ahead of Panda Express orange chicken. And then the other dish, broccoli and beef at Panda Express, I don't like.
No.
Like, the broccoli is broccoli, but their beef is just, it's horrid.
Panda Express has bad beef.
Yeah.
You got to stick with their shrimp or their chicken. That's what I do when I go.
Yeah. Their teriyaki chicken is
teriyaki chicken is great.
Is out of sight. I think their orange chicken, the sauce is too overpowering, which is why I like the Trader Joe's. So we had orange chicken, beef and broccoli, and then a bunch of rice to eat it with. Right away, honey, I know, because I was like, well, I want to try the beef and broccoli, so I put some beef and broccoli on my white rice. But right away, I noticed that you put beef and broccoli and orange chicken 2 at a time on your white rice.
Yeah.
But I assume you kept things separate but equal, as they say?
Somewhat, yeah. You know, this reminds me of my dad.
Yeah.
Because growing up, you'd have like a meat, a vegetable, some sort of carb side.
Yeah.
And we would always laugh because my dad would put everything on his plate, like rice, chicken, peas.
Did he keep things in different parts?
He would put everything on his plate, and then he'd like just eat it all together, like one mishmash of a meal.
What the hell?
And that reminds me of...
What is he, a maniac? That's... You know what that is? Crazy.
And then he would say, when it's in your body, it's all mixed together.
Sure, Alan Fisher. But, well, now, like, I'm the complete opposite. I like separate. I'm like, I don't like scrambles for breakfast. I'm like, everything's together. I like some potatoes in this area of the plate, some eggs in this area of the plate, sausage in this area of the plate. I don't like to, because I think...
You need one of those, like, toddler plates with the little divisions.
I do. I do. Well, I think if you want to mix it all, mix it all. But if you want a bite of a couple potatoes on their own, that's impossible. Okay, this is bedlam, Alan Fisher.
But at least the Trader Joe's food. Okay, it was essentially meat and rice.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that crazy that I put both of the orange chicken and the beef and broccoli in my dish.
Yeah.
That wasn't too crazy.
And you when you actually ate things, you put beef and broccoli. Like you didn't have beef and broccoli and orange chicken in the same spoon, did you? Or did you?
I did not.
And should I get that marriage certificate? Lennox, go to the baker's box and get our marriage certificate. Is that where our marriage certificate is, honey?
Sure.
But you tasted things separately, right?
Yeah.
You weren't like some animal like Alan Fisher, some savage.
The sauces between the two meat dishes were very different.
Yeah.
So in hindsight, maybe I should have separated them.
But
yeah.
Well, in the end, it all combined. But in the beginning, I made sure to taste things separately. So Trader Joe's, the beef and broccoli, honey, initial thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections?
The real star of the beef and broccoli dish was that delicious sauce.
Mm-hmm.
It was spicy, but also sweet.
Yeah.
And it had like pepper flakes or something.
Yeah, red chili pepper flakes, yeah.
When I saw that, when I opened it up to pour it in the dish, that's when I knew it was going to be good.
Yeah.
It was super yummy. That was way better than that was the best part of the whole meal, I think.
Yeah.
It was better than the orange chicken sauce.
Really?
I think so.
Bold statement. I sort of agree with you at it. My notes, ideas, observations, hot takes. Broccoli is broccoli. Okay. And I'm comparing this to the Panda beef and broccoli is what I'm doing here. The broccoli is broccoli. Whatever. It's all okay. The meat, the TJ's beef, I thought was really good compared to Panda's beef, which I don't know what the hell. You eat it and you're like, this is not beef, or this is odd. This is a strange texture, or I don't like it.
It's bad.
It's bizarre.
Right.
The way it chews in your mouth, the way it falls apart easily, but then it doesn't fall apart at all. It's very
what?
it's strange. But although a few of the TJ's pieces of beef were very similar to Panda, I was like, this isn't that gonna be.
They weren't consistent.
Yeah.
But when the Trader Joe's beef was good, it was noticeably above and beyond Panda.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, we got a few bites here and there that were like, that's not so good.
Yeah. The sauce, light years ahead of Panda beef and broccoli. Like you said, the Trader Joe's is sweet and spicy. The Panda Express beef and broccoli, it's savory, but there's nothing really going on besides that. And like I said, you got some odd beef going on. So, but yeah, Trader Joe's beef and broccoli sauce is fantastic. So, and then there was some breading on the Trader Joe's beef, and I assume there's breading on the Panda beef, but you get it in the finished form. But when you doled out the Trader Joe's beef, you were like, it looks like Frankie's food, right? That's what you said.
It reminded me of the plant-based, non-meat ground beef stuff we buy.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Where you're like, what?
It doesn't look like real meat.
Well, it tries to look like real meat. It's putting on its tie and some nice pants and some sweet shoes, but you're like, this isn't real meat, or it's like too fake. It's trying to be meat, but it tries too hard, so it looks artificial meat, and it is artificial meat.
What?
The plant-based meat. But there was some breading on the Trader Joe's beef, but it was fine.
It's very light breading.
Yeah, right.
It was not at all crispy or crunchy.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say both the Trader Joe's beef and broccoli and the orange chicken are excellent. Miles ahead of the Panda Express beef and broccoli and orange chicken.
Yep, I agree.
They're analogous counterparts at the Panda. If you could pick one, honey, well, you already did pick one. You would choose
Orange chicken.
I forget the orange chicken over the beef and broccoli.
Yeah.
I would put. It's so hard. They're both really good, and you can't go wrong. Get both. Knock yourself out. We had the Kung Pao chicken last time, also excellent. But in the end, I would put the beef and broccoli just a little bit above Trader Joe's orange chicken because I like the sauce just a little bit better. I feel like Panda's orange chicken sauce is like knock your ass out, overpoweringly sweet. Trader Joe's is sweet, but I think it's still just a peg or two too sweet for me. But the broccoli and beef, mildly sweet, exactly as advertised, and it's got the red pepper chili flakes in it, so some spice. So I would choose broccoli and beef. You would choose orange chicken. How will our Torah love affair continue, honey? How will we get past this?
We are house divided.
So please be sure to use our promo code for stamps.com. We don't have a promo code for stamps.com. Did I make your own decisions? Do what's best for your family.
Yada, yada, yada.
Goodbye, my podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, I may have said the guy they cast for Boba Fett was old and ugly and slow. So all the action's already slow because they're in all that gosh dang armor. And then you put a 60-year-old bald man in that armor. And how is that supposed to be compelling television, honey?
Well, I hope he's not listening to this pod right now.
But I'm still a good person. And we're still good people. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. Thank you for caring. I hope you have a wonderful day/night. Bye. Okay, well, that was the official end of the program. But here's some bonus content for those of us who support us on Patreon. We don't have a Patreon. If you love ASMR or mukbang, or if you're a furry, here's us eating the Trader Joe's broccoli and beef. And Lennox talks about moving out at 17.
Lennox joins us, but he's not eating the Trader Joe's. He's eating some fish fillet.
Right.
Walmart brand Great Value fish fillets.
Right. And he's got some hot takes, as always. We hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye.
And oop. Ooh.
We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy tender? I can't eat no longer.
Oh, yeah. This looks better than Panda Express. I said it. You heard it.
Don't at me.
Nope. Oh, look at what I did. Were you watching that happen?
Yes.
In real time.
Real time.
Len, do you want some orange chicken?
No.
Alright. Alrighty. Okay.
Okay, already.
Booper would die if he ate orange. Booper would die if he ate orange chicken.
I want it. Orange chicken is chicken.
You want that?
Yeah. Give it to him. See what happens.
I'm so hungry I could die. How is it, honey? You just had the beef so far? Is it better than Panda?
Yes. But that's not saying
I'm
much.
full.
True. You're
Me
full?
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just cold.
It was in the fridge.
No water. Why not in the freezer? Look how watery it is.
Go like this. Hold both ends. That gave me a dizziness.
You don't care.
Did it make you dizzy? Mmm.
It's like spicy and sweet.
It's so freaking good. Okay, you're good.
What'd you say?
You're good.
You sure about it?
Why do you want to move out when you're 17 then?
No, I asked, will I?
Yes.
Not can I?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
See ya.
Because I'd be here home alone for like 2 years. Not home alone. I'd be an only child for 2 years. Or would I? Would Luna be what's it called? What's it called when like a school has like dorm rooms where you can like where you live?
Mm-hmm.
On campus, yeah, dorms, on campus housing.
Will we go to a college like that?
You might. She
You
might.
can. It's expensive.
This is way too hot.
Oh, yeah. Taste of orange chicken.
No.
No.
Or a piece of beef.
No.
No.
More for us.
Okay. Well, no.
It's so good, son.
No. Don't believe her.
The orange chicken good? Where's the orange chicken from?
This is all from Trader Joe's.
That's bad. I don't like Trader Joe's. It's a ripoff.
Bear Oaks, California.
Trader Joe's is the best.
It has ripoff Oreos
Mhm.
and ripoff jelly beans and ripoff Starburst.
And
Yeah.
it's cheaper.
It's worse.
And Trader Joe's is different.
And
Trader Joe's name brand symbolizes
trading.
sophistication.
Why did people attack me?
When?
I had my foot under the sleeping bag and he attacked me. Now there's holes
Were you
in my
like
sleeping
kicking
bag.
him or something?
No.
Are you
I
sure?
was just moving my foot around.
You're probably bugging him.
It's not my fault.
Do you think it's better than Panda?
Booper's fault for caring.
Booper is abusive.
What did he do?
He attacks.
But why though?
Pretty much only the broccoli is the same. Beef has like a breading or something, right? It's something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the sauce is sweet and spicy.
Sauce is so good.
And the meat is just a better quality.
Mm-hmm.
Win-win, Len. I mean, it's horrible. You don't want that. Stay away.
How are Trader Joe's prices still pretty low?
Cut out the middleman. Small real estate footprint.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh no, Booper.
Yeah,
Well, rice is. Oh, he's eating some rice that fell on the.
Oh, God.
Well, let him.
Eyes on the stove. Bad boy.
Why that's so hot?
Why though?
What's the next show we're gonna watch? Uh-oh.
I don't think he's eating the rice. I think he's just sniffing it or licking
No, I
it.
saw him put one in his mouth and swallow it.
Oh.
He sniffed another one and smacked it.
I want to watch another episode of Star Trek.
Hmm.
It's not coming out tonight, next week.
Aren't they out?
You know what?
What?
New Kardashians.
Yes. Absolutely.
But if they don't have the captions,
And I can't keep up with the Kardashians.
Well, we'll try it.
Uh-oh.
similar taste, sweet, spicy.
Good.
See, I'm already getting full. And there's still tons left.
Did Booper eat rice?
Probably.
No.
Hey Google,
Why not?
can cats eat rice?
On the website wkbw.com, they say, although not a necessary part of their diet, a little bit of white rice won't harm your cat. Do you want a little
I think
more
going in the
context?
sink will.
No. Is he in the sink?
I think
Okay.
so. I don't know.
Ay, ay, ay.
Won't harm.
tried going inside of the what's it called? What do you do that? You know what I said.
Fish fillets.
What do you cook these in?
The toaster oven.
The toaster. He tried to go in.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, no, he didn't. He sniffed that and turned away. I thought I was going to.
It's so dumb.
Oh, it is. A sighting of a wild pooper. Uh-oh. Go to the bathroom.
Why do you want to watch the Squid Game?
I'm waiting for season 2.
They haven't filmed it, right?
No.
No. There's no release date.
That's not the kind of show I would want to rewatch.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what happens.
You know what happens in any show you watch and then rewatch?
Yeah. But some not knowing what's going to happen is like what makes a lot of shows really good. Certain shows.
Uh-huh.
I think that's just one of them. Where it wouldn't be as good now that you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, if you watch it one time and then watch it again, you're going to know what's happening.
Right.
That's how it is with every show. If you finish a show, you're going to see the finale, and then the truth revealed, and then watch again.
Something like that, though, like it's so different and unique and unpredictable that once you know what's going to happen. It's not like comedy. Comedy could hit you twice, or emotional could hit you twice, but
Yeah.
pick one. Which is better?
Comedy or emotion? Oh.
That too.
I like the sauce in the beef
I don't like
and
it.
broccoli.
It's nasty. Pepper doesn't like it either. I had one when
You had a beef?
Totally. Yeah, totally. It tastes really bad.
Totally?
Yeah, totally.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. I can tell why.
Because you said it's really bad. If you'd eaten it, you would know it's really good.
His taste buds change.
That's the Bubba shirt from yesterday.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit more. Vince's boss was wearing that same shirt that you have on.
That's copy.
Except he's a grown man at work.
You want it to be comfortable, honey.
Right.
There's only one show that I've watched twice fully.
What?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
What?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh. How many times have you watched Avatar?
Twice, maybe. Twice or 3 times.
What do you like better, honey?
It's tough. We're all friends here. If the orange chicken breading was on this, I think it'd
Yeah.
be blockbuster. Booper.
I feel a little sick.
And
Every single time we eat this,
Mhm.
we think it's not enough food.
Mm.
Why does that happen? Every single time.
The winner?
or we buy it and we're like, we should have bought more, and then cook and eat. And it's like, oh.
Is it because we're so starving by the time we get home and eat?
Mm.
Lennox, what book are you reading right now?
The winner?
What book are you reading? Do you have a book you're reading currently?
I mean, kind of.
What?
Very much for everything else in my class, so technically no.
He's punching the pillow again.
Wait, is that me?
You said you're punching the pillow again.
And both items are better than their Panda counterparts.
The beef at Panda is terrible.
Yeah. And this isn't. I had a few pieces that were good, but a few pieces that were
Yeah.
panda-ish. But yeah, overall, better.
We're gonna read Len
One.
in 5 minutes.
For 2 hours.
Yeah.
For as long as it takes me to finish my book.
What's it?
What you say about me?
Oh, Len, can you put the put the ketchup in the fridge? Oh, I don't know if I can finish this.
Bueno.
Because that's where it goes.
I'm not talking about that. Why can't you finish that?
I'll finish it.
Aw, honey. Should I pour this into your
Didn't
bowl?
get all my clothes.
What?
You got dishes?
That dishes?
When's Lennox gonna have dishes?
Yeah, Len.
What?
When are you gonna do the dishes?
Me neither.
Oh.
He's gonna move out before he ever does a dish.
Naruto. Never eating again.
Lover.
So full.
Luna Marie. Hooper report. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry for being a real man, Lennox. Sorry.
Where's the pooper?
Right here.
But why
It's been around.
Being a boob.
Oh, imagine this is someone. No.
That's how John Wayne Gacy started.